What does it look like to have a $100 setup versus a $10,000 setup? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I would buy if I only had $100 and how you can still get pretty great video and audio quality from that, and what I would do with $10,000. And is all that expensive gear really worth it? Is it going to get you more followers and subscribers? I'll get to that in a second. If I only had $100 to spend, the first thing I would do is get a tripod or some kind of stand for my mobile device. This is going to be the best camera you can get, and you probably already have it. And getting a tripod means it's going to be stable and you don't have to worry about holding it. Now, if you have an iPhone, I like getting MagSafe mounts like this so I can just attach my phone like that and I'm ready to go. This setup right here is probably about $30 for a tripod and an inexpensive clamp. I would spend another $20 on getting a light. This one from SmallRig is $20 on Amazon. And if you have a cold shoe mount like this on whatever clamp you get, that means you can just slide it right on and you're good to go. Then I would spend the rest of my $100 on a good microphone. This is a $50 USB mic, and it's going to make a huge difference to your audio quality. One cable, and you can connect this to your iPhone 15 or newer, and most Android phones. Quality recording setup right here. But what does this actually look like compared to a more expensive setup? Well, let's turn off all the lighting and just use this setup and see what it looks like. So here's what it looks like to record with just that setup. I turned off all my studio lighting, just using that $20 light, the USB microphone, and recording with my iPhone camera. Now, I did switch to the rear camera on my device because you're going to get better video quality that way, but this can actually look and sound really good. Now, I'm also using the Riverside app to record, which you can see right here. This USB microphone works great with the Riverside app, so this is the audio you're hearing right now. And even if I don't have a USB mic, I can use tools in Riverside like Magic Audio to make any microphone sound studio quality. You can even adjust how much Magic Audio to apply in the editor. And to give you an example, here's a before and after using Magic Audio.
Really, my goal is to make that as consumer friendly as possible. You have to get in front of that first audience to make it stick and to make it take off and just bring really authentic, real people to that conversation and present it in a way that is something that anyone can identify with.
Also, when you record with the Riverside app like this on your iPhone or Android device, it's recording local, high-quality video and audio, uploading it to your Riverside dashboard. Then you can use all the Riverside tools to edit it, remove silences, filler words, and if you record with a remote guest, which they can tune in from their mobile device as well, you can actually have auto switching to give you a multicam look with a single click. If you want to learn more about the AI tools in Riverside, click the video right up here, and you can also try it for free by clicking the link in the video description below. Now, honestly, you can get started creating content today with a setup like this, but as you can see, there are some challenges, like I'm a glasses wearer, and so you're starting to see the reflections of the light in my glasses. It's not as nice to look at as maybe having colorful lighting behind you. So what does it look like to spend $10,000 on a studio setup? Now, that was good for $100, but what you're looking at right now is about a $10,000 setup. Let me take you quickly behind the scenes and show you where that money is spent. So now you're looking from my point of view, and the camera right here is a chunk of the budget. This is a Sony a7 IV mirrorless camera. It's about $2,000 with about a $1,000 lens. So that's $3,000 right there. I'm also using the Rodecaster Pro 2, which is about $700 with this shotgun microphone that you're hearing right now and what you hear in all my videos. This is like an industry standard pro mic. It's about $1,000. Now you can get cheaper shotgun microphones, and I actually have an entire video on that. Check it out up here for shotgun microphones for different budget levels. But between the camera, microphone, and Rodecaster Pro 2, we're at about $5,000. Now there's some other accessories like this preview monitor, that's a couple $100, but another big one is the light. Having a great key light is such a huge deal for professional looking video. This softbox is a couple $100, and the light behind it is an Amaran 200X. That is also about $300. If you can invest in anything first, I would invest in a great key light and softbox. Now I also have a fill light over here to my right. That's about $150. And a hair light behind me, which is again another $150. Now depending how you use your budget, you might even be able to get a second camera. This is a Sony a6400. It's about an $800 camera with about a $500 or $600 lens on it. And that's what I use for all my top-down shots like you saw even earlier in this video. So where did the rest of the budget go? Well, the blue light that you see behind me, and I can also change at a moment's notice to get different looks here in the same studio. Watch, without even looking, it's going to turn orange. Or maybe I want it to be yellow. Being able to have lighting that changes at a moment's notice means I can create lots of videos with different looks. Now, a lot of that lighting is done by this one light that's about $300. It is the Hue Floor Lamp, and it puts a lot of the color out going towards that back wall. I also have a bunch of other smart lights like the glowing blue orb, some smart lights there on my bookshelf, And all of that add to the color that you see behind me in the videos. Now with all that, we're at about $7,000 or $8,000, but I also spend money on a blackout shade. This way I can control the lighting in this room and never have to worry about whether it's sunny or cloudy. This way it's a controlled environment completely. And the rest of the budget was spent on sound treatment. That's a sound panel there. This entire back wall is all sound panels. Those are actually sound panels in the back. Those are from Gik Acoustics. You can get them in different patterns and colors, and they look really cool. And there is even a sound panel on the ceiling because you'll find, especially in smaller rooms, it can get very echoey. So with all those sound panels and gear, we're looking at about a $10,000 setup. Now, as you can see, that setup looks professional. Plus the key light being raised above me, I don't get that reflection in my glasses. I have the preview monitor so I can make sure I look okay, and I can see the top-down camera shot at the same time. And this microphone means I never have to buy or think about getting another microphone. It is the industry standard, and because everything is smart home controlled in the studio, I can be ready to record in seconds. And because I make a lot of content here on the Riverside channel for my podcast, being able to record pretty much instantly is a huge benefit. But for the two big questions, is it worth it and do you need it to start? Let's start with that question. No, you do not need $10,000 worth of gear to start. Use your mobile device, get an inexpensive light and USB microphone, use the Riverside app to record so you can use all those AI tools to edit faster and start creating content today. The biggest thing about growing subscribers on YouTube or listeners on your podcast is that you are providing value to your viewer and listener. Do you educate and provide information? Do you entertain? Is it funny content or is it inspirational or some combination of those three? There's basically a baseline level of quality that you can achieve with a USB microphone, the Riverside app, and your mobile device. And if you create valuable content that people want to watch and it's packaged effectively with good thumbnails and titles, you can build an audience today with that $100 setup or even less, just with your mobile device and the Riverside app. But if you want to create a lot of content or create faster, and maybe your channel is picking up speed, your podcast is picking up audience, is it worth it? I will say for me, it has been worth it, especially to record quickly, being able to walk in this room, press record at a moment's notice. It is a big deal. Now you can get more inexpensive cameras, and I'll put links to some in the video description, like the Sony ZV-E10. You can get inexpensive lighting and still get a professional look. And I'll tell you what, I actually did an entire video on different budget levels to help you get that pro look on a budget. So check out this video right up here. But there is something to be said about that higher quality video and audio that does give a sense of legitimacy or authenticity to the content that you create. But remember, if your content is boring and not valuable, it doesn't matter how good it looks or sounds, people are not going to watch or subscribe. So the main priority is create valuable content, find your niche, stick to it, and create that over and over again, connecting with your audience, looking into your phone camera or your mirrorless camera, and provide value all the time. But if you have any questions on the setup, microphones, cameras, lighting, let me know down in the comments of this video. I'll answer you personally. And subscribe to the Riverside channel and hit that like button because we have more videos on budgets, gear, how to use the AI tools in Riverside to repurpose as a solo creator, which that's me. I'm a solo creator and I still grew a YouTube channel to almost 130,000 subscribers. And if you want to learn more about my journey and how to grow your audience, check out this video right up here. Thanks for watching. We can't wait to see what you create.